Hello ladies and gents, it's SpoonyPizzas here with Mastering Legendary Difficulty part number 2 for Pro Evolution Soccer 2018. So here's my tactics very quickly. So if you want to just run by these, you can see what I've got set up. So it's the 3-4-3, and there's a good reason why I'm playing that formation, which you'll see. As you can see there, it's legendary difficulty, and let's get straight into the game. Okay, so Manchester United against Barcafield, also known as Huddersfield, and if you know that I call Huddersfield Barcafield, it's because they play like Barcelona at times.
It's great to be on board.
Just making a few changes here because I realised who I was playing again. So as you can see there, I put tight marking on their single striker. Reason for that is because he drops deep and I don't want him to have any time on the ball. But as you can see, it's quite an aggressive press from Huddersfield.
Looking up to see who wants it.
See the way they're pressing out very quickly. Shaw's got a bit of time here, but they're very, they keep a really good shape about them, which I'll cross a bit later on. I'll touch on a little bit later on. So typical Barcafield tactics, long ball over the top. Almost catches my defenders out, but I managed to sweep out the danger. But look at the desire and drive for them to get back in numbers.
He's got away.
Alexis Sanchez doing a bit of skill, but just gets crowded out there. But I win a corner. And this is going to be a key for beating these little teams. It's to play it wide and stretch them.
It's die-hard defence and the willingness to put his body on the line.
Because they'll look for these hopeful, long passes.
Lukaku.
You've just got to be brave. Keep putting it wide. Eventually they will learn. They do learn, as you can see there. They're sort of coming out a little bit wider than the defenders. So you do need to mix it up. You can't just keep doing the same thing over and over again, because the AI will learn and they'll come out and meet you. So you've got to stretch them, play it wide, stretch them, and then play it through the middle, so they all clam up in the middle again and then go wide again. So you have to keep varying your attacks. That's really important. Here I catch the AI out with a sneaky bit of super cancelling with Shaw. Play the offside trap. They've also picked up a yellow card for fouling Lukaku in an earlier stage.
Sanchez.
Nothing fancy about this at all. Just go to the wings, try and work something out. As you can see here, they're getting quite tight on my tight on the wings. And they've got plenty of bodies back there. This is great from Lukaku. See the way he pushed the defender back? What a goal that is. Wow. Yeah. And a little dab for measure. That was brilliant. You watch the way Lukaku backs into his defender here when the ball goes high. This is deliberate. It stops the defender jumping. Look at that. As I can see, as I put it there, Lukaku used his strength on the ball to push him back, making it harder for him to jump and compete for this high ball. And then the layoff area is to Pogba, which is a through ball header. And he's just absolutely smashed it in off the post. What a goal. He didn't have a lot to aim at. That was probably the only place I could actually... You look at that there, from that angle. There wasn't a lot to aim at all. But that's a brilliant finish from Pogba. So a bit fortuitous with the goal, but that enables me to just calm down a bit, play my game, but they still are a threat. You know, they still send these long balls over which need to be dealt with. Again there, just use Super Council just to take it away. If you've not seen my defensive video or ultimate defensive video. And here, you know, you can see why it's so hard to break these lesser teams down on Legendary. Look how many defenders they got around Lukaku. You just have to be brave, just keep moving the ball, keep getting it wide. But you can see there, the way he pressed me, I couldn't go down the wing, so I had to come back. So sometimes you have to go backwards to go forwards, as you can see here. And then you've got the numbers. And this is why you need width. You can't play through that defensive line. Look how many people were in the middle. You got no chance. And look at the mini-map. That's their lone striker there. You can see there. That's all 11 players in one picture. It's incredible. So that's why you have to go down the wings. Here it didn't quite work out for me, so just lay it off. Try and get a cross in. He blocks it. But don't give up. You know, just keep peppering with crosses, because I find that's the best way on legend difficulty to beat these break these teams down. You can't just keep playing it through the middle, but they do have a, you know, they don't make it easy for you to cross. It's not like I've got many opportunities here. But there, what a header. What an absolute header from Sanchez. Oh my word. The way he out-jumped that defender was beautiful. I'm just going to stop it in a minute as well, just to show you. So here we go. So you can see there that I've just marked it where I've pressed shoot, because in this game, timing is everything for heading and volleying. It's not like FIFA, you just press the shoot button and he'll jump at the right time. In this, you have to time your jumps, time your volleys. When the ball's at the right height, or went for a volley, and just trying to time the leap at the header. You can see there I've just absolutely... That defender's jumped way too early. He's jumped too early. There you go. He's jumped a split second too early. And that's why timing is everything when heading the ball. Hopefully Big Dave Job is still watching. He did ask me to do something on heading and volleying. I've still got it in my backlog of requests. It will come, but yeah, I just need to, you know, it doesn't happen very often, volleying and heading in, especially on the higher difficulty levels. So it's hard to put a compilation together to make it worthwhile. Once again, nothing fancy about this whatsoever. Sometimes a bit of skill usually works out quite nicely, but only had one man in the box. That's why I sort of laid it back to the edge of the area, see if I could create something. And Pogba went for the knuckle shot finish. There's the Superman save that I don't like. Hopefully he gets removed. That was a horrendous pass. Don't know what I was doing there. As I said, you know, attacking wise, they love those over the top through balls. Always over the top through balls. And they work it nicely, but it's a great save from De Gea. It's very, very difficult to stop that over the top through ball. Their players just seem to, or my players just seem to let them run off me. So it's not as bad as it was before the patch. Before the patch, it was absolutely ridiculous. You had to like man mark everyone just for it to, just for your players to track them. And that's if they didn't have the man mark ability, then you're really in trouble. Here I tried the back heel, but he wanted a. If I knew he was going to try and turn and shoot, I wouldn't have pressed the shoot button. I would have just took it under control, faced the goal, and then either tapped it in. But I really wanted the back heel in, but being Luke Shaw, he hasn't got the player ID to do that. It was a risk, but like should have been 3-0 at that point. But you can see with my play, it's a lot more patient. It's a lot more focused on the wings compared to my part one. So part one, I was playing against Liverpool. It's a high press. This is completely different. Very conservative defending by Huddersfield. But it's like they've got a single man press on, so It's conservative defending, but it's aggressive. So the single player goes to charge the ball down. So you can see there, their striker came across to press the ball. He's coming across now. See him? He's coming across. It's a single press. Single aggressive press. Nice little ball into Lukaku there, but couldn't quite get the shot away. Defender nipped in before.
This is something different. Going through. Alexis Sanchez.
Ah, nice little finish there by Pogba. But that all came about from this interception here. You can see, look how quickly I'm running with Sanchez to try and cut that passing lane off. I got there and then just fed it into Pogba to tap in. But it's really important to, against these little teams, I really do try and put a lot of pressure on. I play very aggressively in my press. You see the way I quickly set a player. I'm running out to the ball. I'm not afraid of them sort of lobbing the ball up in the air and trying to get through my defence. It's quite risky doing that, what I'm doing here. So it's, I'm always running forward with my players. But, one-on-one I feel quite comfortable defending, even on legendary difficulty. You just got to be sensible. Just got to be sensible.
Looking as though he's being given special treatment here.
They did actually put a man marker on Pogba because he scored in the first half, which made it really difficult for this game. And what a save that is. Let's have a look at that. Oh my word. It's one of the best saves I've seen. That's up there with, I don't know if you see my goals and saves compilation. That's up there with the Edison save. And that was a magnificent save because that was going the wrong way as well. So here you go. Over the top. Long balls. That's all you got to expect for them, really. If you can deal with that, then you can just use the aggressive press. Try and get the ball back as quickly as possible. And start your attacks. Here I get a bit wasteful, to be honest. Just trying to force it too much. See, even though I chased out the ball there, I knew I had plenty of cover back here. But he still works it out nicely, and it's a great cross. I tell you what, Bailey has actually shoved him there to stop him getting to the ground. But you can see there, it said the tight marking was unlocked. So just make sure you put that tight marking back on. It's really important for these low or lesser teams, should I say. And the reason for that is because they drop so deep, as you saw in that clip earlier when you saw how defensive they were. And here, look at their defensive shape. Even though they've got that attacking stance, if you look at their defenders, that defensive shape is perfect. They got good high midfield. They're pressing. They got the defensive midfield in there. You can push on to Lukaku if he gets the ball, or he can fill that gap in midfield. It's really good. And you look at this. Watch this. The pressing here. Bang. Got the ball back. Brilliant shape there. Fantastic. Really, really hard to break down. But then again, they have to play 2, 3, 4 passes for everyone to move upfield. And then they just launch it. They do love that long ball. Nice little bit of play there. Oh, good defending there. Just got in front. And great hold-up play by Lukaku there. The way Super Council got in front of his marker. As you can see, I'm just very patient. Oh my word. Didn't see him until the last second. Lost the ball, but you could see it was going back. I was going backwards. Like I said, go backwards to go forwards. Pass the ball backwards. Let your players get upfield. Get control of the ball. Let them filter back. Let them filter back in numbers. Because if they're all back defending, they won't be able to spring attack on you. If you try to rush it, and they've still got players upfield, you could then get caught out. So that's why I'm so patient like this. Oh my word. Too patient. Too patient. As you can see here, I select the goalie just to keep him on his line. Because I'm like, okay, you try and beat him from there. I don't want my goalie running out and making the chance really easy just to chip him out, chip the goalie. So I had a defender coming back. I don't know if the defender would have made it, but the computer the AI shot quite early, so made my job easier. But yeah, basically I'm just keeping the ball, keeping it very, very, very patient build up throughout the entire game. There I just tried a knuckle shot because it's coming to the end of the game. But so yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. But this is how I beat the lesser teams on legendary difficulty. It's important to you know, that width is really important. You won't be able to play like the formation I played against Liverpool, which was much more narrow. So you will have to change it. But I only played that formation against Liverpool because that's what they played on the weekend. Anyway, there we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like if you liked the video, or a dislike if you disliked it. And if you got any comments or got any suggestions on how to help those looking to make the step up from superstar to legendary difficulty, then please let us know. Cheers, guys. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.